Hi, besties, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanner, and this is my Esoterica, where I aim to bring you guys comfort and guidance from a place of comfort, my bed. This is going to be a timeless love reading for the sign of Libra. So it's my intention that this reading will find you when you need it, when you're dealing with an intense moment in your connection and you're just looking for a little bit of extra support and guidance. So we're going to get started today with some animal spirit cards for your energy. And you may find out that you resonate with the other person's energy as the reading goes along. And if that happens, just switch the energies around. But I've already shuffled all of these decks, so let's see what comes out for you, our Libra viewer, when it comes to the connection and the person on their mind. Ooh, right away we have the tiger. So this is divine feminine energy, receptive, knowing your worth, not, overextending, trying to prove that you're worth loving or, chaser wounds if that resonates with you. So right away I see that you are sitting in your divine feminine energy, which is an amazing place to be. We also have the earthworm on the other side of the cut. So this is energy that talks about feeling new, like starting a new business, but not feeling like you have the wherewithal, the knowledge to be successful, like if you compare yourself to other people. So you may be starting a new venture, a new project, a new job. Take it how it resonates, but you're starting something new here with the earthworm, and you're not quite feeling super confident in it yet, but you're not letting that get you down, especially with this divine feminine tiger energy. So right away, I'm loving your energy, Libra. Let's see what else comes out for you on the cut here. For our Libra viewers, please, Spirit. Ooh, we have the bear. So this is awakening from a spiritual slumber. So I feel like you're starting to have some sort of spiritual awakening or progression in your journey if you feel like you've been on a spiritual journey for a while. But this is very much kind of fool energy, just new beginnings. So very much focused on your new beginnings, even if you feel kind of like a noob at it right now. Let's see what else comes out. One more cut. Let's see. Ooh, the lamb. So the lamb energy is all about keeping like a calm, peaceful mind. So I feel like you're very much focused on your own peace right now, as you're starting this new beginning that perhaps you're not super confident in yet. But again, with that divine feminine energy, you're trusting the universe, and you're trusting your intuition and acting on it. So peace of mind, new projects, divine feminine energy. We love it. Let's see what else comes out on the bottom for you, Libra. Ooh, the cosmic egg. So big spiritual energy. This is the last card in the animal spirit deck, and this talks about kind of like achieving cosmic consciousness. And it sounds more crazy than it is, but it's just kind of like realizing the oneness of the universe and like how everything is interconnected. So connecting with that bear energy, I feel like you're definitely having some sort of spiritual upgrade right now. And yeah, beautiful, wonderful energy to be in. Let's see what comes out on the shuffle for you. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get a closer look at our Libra viewer? What animal spirit card best encapsulates the energy that they are currently in right now when it comes to love and this connection? Thank you, Spirit. For our Libra viewer, ooh, we have the fire ant. So the fire ant talks about kind of feeling a little aggressive, a little heated, right? This is fire energy, right? So again, transformations, fire is the energy of change and transformations. But the fire ant also talks about rigid thinking and how that thinking can kind of hold us back. So I feel like you're feeling a little agitated right now, perhaps about how this connection has been going, if it hasn't been going the way that you anticipated or maybe have been wanting it to go. But we'll look in the book too and see what it has to say here. So yeah, the fire ant, we have aggression, rigid thinking, and following orders. So fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation. So I feel like you are definitely stewing on this connection, and when you think about it, it just aggravates you. That's kind of what this fire ant energy is saying. So despite all of this, wonderful energy that was coming out, about spiritual upgrades and starting new things and being in your divine feminine energy, I feel like this connection in particular is still very triggering for you, even if you have all that other stuff going on underneath the surface. So, but it says here that stewing on this person or situation only kind of makes things worse. So, how can you break free from the drama and cool down, Libra? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. So I feel like you're also kind of trying to stay above the fray, so to speak. You're like, oh, this person, I'm not thinking about them. I'm not worried about them. I'm focusing on me and my stuff. And maybe you are doing that. It seems like you are underneath it all. But there's still, flare ups of ego going on here when it comes to this person. And it's aggravating, right? And I get it. I definitely get it. So let's look at your person's energy. We'll do a little zhuzhi here, and then we'll see what comes out on the cuts for the person you're connected to. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at our Libra viewers' person. What energy are they currently in right now when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. So we have the lizard. The lizard is somebody who is very perceptive. This lizard gives me 12th house energy, so somebody who's kind of easily overstimulated, right? So they need their alone time. They need time to digest and like shake other people's energy off of them. But again, this could indicate that, your person is kind of feeling withdrawn from you right now, or you guys aren't in a lot of communication right now. We also have the owl on the other side here. And I know the owl talks about, obviously wisdom, but I'm going to look and see what else it means. So abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. So I feel like, your person is connected too in their own way. The lizard, again, is very in touch energy, sixth sense energy. And the owl talks about, receiving kind of gifts from spirit and upgrades and messages and stuff. So I feel like your person is also having some sort of spiritual upgrade or awakening, or they're becoming more aware of their perceptions of things. Let's see what else comes out. Thank you, Spirit. For our Libra viewers person, what else is going on with them? Ooh, we have the bat. So this is death energy, transformation, letting old ways of being and doing and existing fall away to make room for something new and beautiful to emerge. So your person's definitely going through a transformation too. We love to see it. Let's see what else comes out. Ooh, the moth. So the moth energy is very flighty energy, right? They're attracted to the next biggest, shiniest thing, right? And they don't stay there for very long, just enough to get their fill, and then they're on to the next thing. So you could feel like your person is very flighty, or just isn't one to commit very much. I'm gonna do one more because I'm curious. Thank you, Spirit. One more, please, for our Libra viewers person. Ooh, the cheetah. So this is divine masculine energy, and you had the tiger, which was divine feminine energy. So with that lizard and the owl and this, I feel like your person, while they may have like flighty, non-committal habits, right, with the moth, they are going through this transformation right now with the bat energy, and they're starting to step into their divine masculine energy. And I'm not gendering anybody. Divine feminine, divine masculine, those are energies, and we all have both of those energies. But your person is currently, working on their divine masculine energy. So, where you are trying to be receptive and trust the universe and all of that. They're focused on taking action right now and moving forward with power and, doing what they can to upgrade in life and progress. So let's see what comes out on the bottom for your person, Libra. Thank you, Spirit. For our Libra viewers person, or you if you resonate with this side more. Ooh, we have the camel. So the camel is like a balancing of fire and water energy, but this is fire energy. So your person could also, they're going through that transformation, right, with the bat energy. But the camel is somebody who's really, resourceful. They don't have to look outside of themselves to find sustenance, right, because they carry it with them. So they can withstand a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, right, from outside sources because they know they have the inner strength and resolve to, make it to the other side. So I feel like your person is working on their resolve, but also again, focusing on making sure that they are, good and stable and able to, provide from a place of alignment, right? But very interesting. So let's see what comes out for your person. Thank you, Spirit. For our Libra viewers person, what energy are they currently embodying right now when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, you see how that just flew out at me? But we got the crocodile. So the crocodile is cooling off, waiting, kind of biding time, like waiting for the right moment to resurface, right? So I feel like, your person definitely is withdrawn from you right now, but it's a conscious waiting. It's not like backing off, and it's not like Eight of Cups energy, right? This gives me more like Four of Swords, right? Like just resting, recuperating, cooling down. And it's interesting, you got fire energy and they got water energy. So you guys could feel like opposites in a way, but we know how opposites attract, right? So let's look at the crocodile in this book here. Just past it. So crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. So the crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. So kind of hangman energy too. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. So yeah, it seems like your person has taken a step back, and maybe that's why you're aggravated with them right now. But they're trying to collect themselves and cool off and, just recuperate, right? And yeah, you're feeling really agitated about it. So let's look deeper. We're going to get into some oracle cards now for you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look deeper into our Libra viewers' energy, please. This fire ant energy. What's going on? So we have foundations here on this cut. So you could definitely be focusing on your foundations, your security here. Maybe you started a new job, again, with that earthworm energy, and maybe that's why you're feeling kind of shy a little bit about the power and the skill that you bring to everything that you do. But I see that you're focused on your foundations, and on the other side we have possibilities. So I feel like you're definitely, focusing on like taking the world by storm a little bit is what I'm getting here. But you're focusing on your foundations, and you see that, everything around you is a possibility to, upgrade to that next level, to fully embrace that divine feminine energy that you got going on, right? Thank you, Spirit. Let's look a little more. What else we got? Ooh, we got beginnings. So, and foundations again. So you could be, again, we have new beginnings with that earthworm energy. So you're definitely having some sort of new beginning here, whether it's, in an emotional new beginning, or again, with this earthworm energy, you could be starting a new project or a new job or something. Beautiful energy. Let's get one more. Thank you, Spirit. Our Libra viewers energy. finality. This oracle card has not come out for me yet, but it says farewells leave behind enclosure. So you could very much be in the energy of wanting to walk away from this connection because you are so aggravated and agitated by them. And you want to focus on your own foundations. Period. As you should. If this person wants to take some time to cool off and, collect themselves, that's fine. But that doesn't mean you have to sit around and wait for them, right? You should keep focusing on your own path forward. Let's see what comes out on the bottom. Thank you, Spirit, for our Libra viewer. Ooh, and yet we have second chance. So I feel like you're a little bit back and forth here. Reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So I feel like, you want, on the one hand, you want to walk away from this connection. You know that it's not serving you right now and for where you want to get to in life. Yet at the same time, deep down, I feel like you still want a second chance to try again with this person. So maybe that's what got you agitated too. You can't make a decision, which is no shade from me, no judgment from me. I understand how it is. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look deeper into this fire ant person, this Libra person. I'm assuming it's you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look a little deeper for this fire ant person and this connection. What do they have going on right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more, please, Spirit. One more for our Libra viewer. Okay, so again, we got return. And on the bottom before we had second chances, right? So I feel like this fire ant person, if that's you, then this is you. If not, it's your person. But they definitely want a second chance with this crocodile person. We have intimacy. So you could feel a really intimate bond with this crocodile person. They also have possibilities again. So it says free-spirited adventure and risk. So you could very much be in an energy of wanting to take risks and have beginnings, because guess what came out for you again? Beginnings. So you're definitely starting something new here. I'm getting, with that earthworm energy, it's something tangible. It's like it's a job or a project or something that's keeping your focus, and maybe that's what's giving you this idea for possibilities. And then we also have elusive. So it says dishonesty, deception, and trickery. So perhaps you have been a little elusive. This is kind of like Seven of Swords energy, or you're feeling like this crocodile person is elusive and not being completely honest with you here, even though you do want a second chance with them and you feel this intimate bond with them. But yeah, your intuition is telling you that something isn't quite right here. And I feel like, if this beginning isn't about something that you're working on, it's, wanting to have a beginning, a return, a second chance with this crocodile person. Yeah, but I do get the sense really that you're working on something for yourself more than anything else. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look at this crocodile person. What energy are they in right now when it comes to this connection? Ooh, we have rejection, abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. So this crocodile person could feel rejected by this fire ant person. We also have hopeless here, sinking, despair, and falling apart. So this crocodile person definitely feels kind of hopeless about this connection right now, and maybe that's why they're trying to take some time for themselves to cool off and wait and recollect their energies, because they're feeling rejected and hopeless by this fire ant person. Thank you, Spirit. What else we got here for our Libra viewers person? Ooh, we have silence. So frozen, no words, and stonewall. So definitely not talking to you right now, kind of giving you the cold shoulder. Probably again contributing to your agitation with this fire ant energy. I'm gonna do one more, and then we'll look on the bottom. Oh, but we have longing. So they are definitely still longing for this fire ant person, even if they're feeling rejected and hopeless and not talking right now. So something might have happened between you guys, that maybe you guys got into a fight or something, and that's caused the separation, and your agitation and their need to cool off. But yeah, they're still longing for this fire ant person. So it's good to know that at least, you know, your energies are reciprocated. Let's see what ends up on the bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit, for our Libra viewers person. What else do they have going on right now when it comes to this connection? Stress. Say less. So this crocodile person is stressed about how this connection is going, or they're stressed about whatever fight or argument or disagreement you guys had. But let's get a closer look. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look further into this crocodile person's energy when it comes to this connection. Thank you, Spirit. This crocodile person's energy. Our Libra person's energy. Time was the first one. Two more, please. Oh, almost. I like to get 5. But I feel like some specific cards want to come out, and we have 3 here. So we'll judge them up and we'll look a little bit more. Thank you, Spirit. A little bit more into this crocodile person, please. 2 more cards for their current energy. Thank you, Spirit. This crocodile person's energy. For our Libra viewer, this crocodile person's energy, please. 1 more. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, got it. All right, cool. Let's look. So on the bottom, again, we have abandoned. So this crocodile person's definitely feeling left out in the cold here. This is 5 of Pentacles energy. We also have chemistry, realizations, time. Time was the first one. So I feel like your person's definitely waiting. I mean, yeah, they're waiting. But they're waiting for the right time to come towards you again. If you guys got into an argument, I feel like they know you're agitated. You know that they need some time to cool off before you reconnect. So your person is taking that time that they need to cool off and recollect themselves here. We also have realizations. So whatever has gone on has definitely sparked some sort of, I don't want to say awakening, but they're starting to awaken, right, to what happened. They're having epiphanies, understandings here. And I mean, they definitely feel some chemistry here too. Sorry, that face was at the other 2 cards, and we'll get there. But you feel intimacy, they feel chemistry. So there's definitely, you know, a strong energetic bond between you two, a strong attraction between you two. This crocodile person also has commitment on the mind. So I think, you know, they definitely see this fire ant person as their person, somebody that they want to commit to. And yet at the same time, and yet we also have confessions. So I feel like this crocodile person knows that they need to confess something. And that's why this fire ant person feels like their crocodile person is being dishonest and elusive, because your intuition is on point and there is something that this crocodile person needs to confess to you and tell you about. So pretty wild. I love how these energies just like align, even though the cards are from different decks, right? I love Spirit. It's beautiful. But yeah, so fire ant person, if I'm assuming it's you again, because we had all of that divine feminine energy coming out on your cuts. But you're focusing on something new for yourself, new beginnings, right? And yet you're feeling agitated about whatever has happened between you and this crocodile person. you definitely feel an intimate bond with them and you want to give them a second chance, but at the same time, you know that they haven't been fully, completely honest with you about something. And I feel like you're kind of trying to focus on yourself and your own possibilities, the possibilities that you have for yourself to elevate and grow and continue to step into that divine feminine energy. You could also just be kind of excited about this new opportunity that has presented itself to you. This crocodile person is taking some time to cool off, to gain better understandings of, themselves, their emotions, because the crocodile is a water card and water's emotions. I think they're having realizations about how they want to commit to you, again, because we have that commitment card. Um, and they feel this chemistry and the spark towards you, just like you kind of feel to them. But they know they need to wait, right? They know they need to wait for the right time to come back towards you because they want to commit again, but they have something to confess to you, something they haven't been completely honest about. And that's kind of, maybe that's what caused the fight, right? That caused you to be agitated because you know they're hiding something. And you're right. So we're going to go ahead and get a little deeper into this with tarot. I haven't said it yet, but if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. But also, I would love it if you would consider liking and sharing and subscribing and commenting and all of that, because it really helps my channel to grow, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. That's my new beginning. So thank you, Spirit. Let's look deeper into this fire ant person's energy. What else do they have going on here? Ooh, yes. So we have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So walking away for right now, even though you want a second chance with them, because you feel backstabbed and betrayed by them. That's what the Ten of Swords is talking about. But, the Ten of Swords looks like a really bad card. And in some ways it is. I mean, this guy feels like he's hit rock bottom. But if you look here, the sign that he's making with his hand here is also the sign that the Hierophant is making on his card. And it's a blessing, a sign of a blessing. So what this card ultimately is, it's something that feels really bad and, betrayal, heartbreak, feeling backstabbed. But it's a blessing in disguise because, yes, the sky looks dark right now, but there's a new day dawning, a new cycle beginning, because this is the Ten of Swords, the end of the Swords suit before we get to the Court cards. But yeah, so you're feeling backstabbed and betrayed. You're walking away right now, even if it's not something you really want to do. Let's see what else comes out. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look more into this fire ant person. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Four of Pentacles on this cut. So focusing on your foundations that came out in your cut for the Oracle cards, right? Focusing on, this guy's got money on his head, or in his head, on his heart, and under his feet. So he's very focused on his material world, but he's also clinging tightly to something. He's refusing to let something go. I feel like this is you holding on to this relationship, right? Even though, you've been hurt and betrayed by this person. But definitely focusing on, building yourself up. Let's see what else comes out for our Libra. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, divine feminine energy yet again. Someone who's self-assured, confident, knows she has everything that she needs, loving, nurturing, all of that beautiful divine feminine energy. So I feel like you're definitely stepping into this energy and, elevating yourself. I kind of want to know what happened. Y'all got to tell me what happened in the comments because it's a little juicy and I'm a little nosy. All right, thank you, Spirit. Our Libra viewers, please. Oh, heartbreak, emotional pain, Three of Swords. I mean, what else can you say about that, right? All right, thank you, Spirit. We're going to cut and look on the bottom and see what comes up for our Libra viewer. Thank you, Spirit, for our Libra viewer. Hierophant. And we were just talking about him 2 minutes ago. Isn't Spirit funny? The Hierophant. So this is a spiritual card. This is the Hierophant's a mentor, a teacher, right? So this could point to maybe you are finding a mentor or something in your line of work, which is why, you know, you're excited about these new beginnings and these new possibilities. Hierophant is also connected to like a spiritual connection. This is a marriage card, and for the crocodile person, they have commitment on their mind and their energy. So you could also be feeling like this is somebody that you would want to commit to if they were being honest. If you guys could figure out what was going on with each other. Thanks. Nope, we cut every time. So yeah, you feel like this is a spiritual connection. Again, could point to mentors. Spiritual power too. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are both spiritual kind of gurus in their own way. So maybe that's a path that you're considering to take. You're considering taking, trying to step into being a spiritual advisor or a light worker, if that resonates for you in any way. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at this fire ant person's energy, at our Libra's energy. Let's dive deeper. Thank you, Spirit, for our fire ant energy, for our Libra viewers. Almost. We have the Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles again, and Justice. Five of Cups on the bottom now. So I feel like, you know, you are feeling a sense of loss right now when it comes to this connection. You're feeling sad. And I think also a little overwhelmed. That's the Seven of Cups energy. Feeling like you have a lot of options, but not knowing which one to pick, and knowing, or maybe not knowing, that some options are kind of like, I'm trying to think of the phrase, but they're not genuine. They're illusory, right? They look good on the surface. Here we go. They look good on the surface, but when you dig a little deeper, when you uncover the truth of it, you realize that it's actually not a good choice for you. So I feel like, you know, you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You feel like you have a lot of options right now. You're trying to figure out what path you want to take with the Seven of Cups. So this could speak to that earthworm energy that you're talking about. You could just be feeling overwhelmed by all the new stuff that's going on, by feeling kind of like that newbie, right? You could also just be feeling kind of disillusioned with this connection too, and feeling like you were made an option by this person. That Seven of Cups energy too. But yeah, a sense of overwhelm, a sense of, you know, knowing you have options, but not knowing which one would be the best for you, and not knowing which one you actually want to choose, which route you want to take. Second card that came out was the Four of Pentacles again. So this energy is very strong for you, Libra. You're definitely focusing on your foundations, on building yourself up, on, you know, making sure that you're good. And the third card that came out was Justice. This is finding balance. This is like, you know, fairness and justness, right? This is also karma. So you could feel like, you know, this person was sort of like a karmic connection, if that resonates with you. But I feel like, you know, this is a Libra card too. This is you. Oh my God, this is you. So you are showing up in your own reading. So I feel like, you know, this is definitely, again, stepping into that divine feminine energy, stepping into your power, and, you know, finding balance again. That's what Justice is about at the end of the day. It's about finding balance and focusing on that. So yeah, I feel like you've got some stuff going on, Libra. You're definitely feeling a little overwhelmed, but you know you need to focus on your foundations. And I feel like, you know, with this Justice card too, this is you in your power, in your own spread. And, you know, you're finding your own sense of balance again after whatever happened between you that caused you to be in this fire ant energy in the first place. And Justice also knows when to swing that sword, right? She's got the scales, right? So yeah, she's balanced, but she also has the sword of truth. And she lets that sword come down on the people who deserve it. So you could be working on, strengthening your boundaries about not letting this person, take advantage of you anymore, if that's, the vibe that's been going on between you. Again, I'm not sure. I'm just reading what the cards are saying. But yeah, you're finding your sense of balance again, and working on your foundations, and maybe feeling a little overwhelmed, but you're not letting that stop you, and that's great. Don't let it stop you. I'd say just, really think about all of the choices that you have, and trust your intuition, trust your gut when you're trying to figure out what path you want to take, because it's all going to lead you to where you're meant to be, and to the lessons you're meant to learn, and all of that stuff. So, okay, let's go ahead and look more into your person's energy, this crocodile person, with a different tarot deck. So thank you, Spirit. We're going to look more into this crocodile person, our Libra viewers person. It's a mouthful every time. Okay, so we have death. And you remember when I was doing the cuts for this crocodile person, the bat came out, which was death energy. So this person's definitely going through some sort of transformation, definitely leaving old versions of themselves behind, and trying to grow, and trying to change, and trying to be better. We also have the Ten of Cups. So this is about, happiness and harmonious relationships. This is like complete emotional fulfillment. So I feel like, your person is going through this rebirth process because they want to focus on what makes them happy, and feel emotionally fulfilled. And I feel like it's you, because again, we have commitment and chemistry and realizations on their side of the bed. But again, they know they need to be honest with you about something with this confessions card, and they're waiting for the right time to come and express this truth to you. But for now, they got to go through this death, this kind of maybe dark night of the soul energy. Let's see what else comes out. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look a little more into this crocodile person's energy. Ooh, the Hermit. So this is crocodile energy too. This is waiting. This is pulling back. This is, looking inwards and doing some self-reflection in order to transform, right? So your person is definitely doing some self-reflection right now, very much in this crocodile energy, very much waiting for the right time. But I feel like, with those beginning cards too, with the lizard and the owl, I feel like they're starting to come to these realizations. Spirits dropping them little boons, little reminders with that owl card, that slowly but surely waking them up, and letting them start to realize their own toxic cycles. But yeah, girl, and I use girl as a gender neutral term, so please don't take it personally. But they got something to admit to you here. So don't entertain this thought of return or a second chance until you get this confession, because I feel like it's gonna help clear the air a little bit. Let's look at one more cut. Ooh, the Two of Wands. So yeah, your person's figuring out how to move forward, how to step out of their comfort zone. And, step into the world, leave behind, whatever they've built for themselves, whatever solid ground they feel like they're standing on. They're trying to figure out how they can progress and move forward. They're in a decision-making time. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what ends up on the bottom for this crocodile person. Queen of Pentacles. That's you. Do you remember you showed up on your own, in your own deck, the Queen of Pentacles? So they got you on the mind. They're thinking about you, Libra. Queen of Pentacles is also the same energy that, focusing on foundations, trying to be financially secure, materially secure, internally secure. So that could be part of the upgrades that they're working on too. But, it's too easy. This was you. This was you. So they're thinking about you for sure. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look a little deeper into this crocodile person's energy. Thank you. Ooh, you see how that popped out right away? Thank you, Spirit. This crocodile person's energy. some very specific cards want to come out here. Thank you, Spirit. This crocodile person's energy, too. One more, please, Spirit. I'm going to zhuzh them around a little bit. Okay. One more card, please, for this crocodile person, Spirit. For our Libra viewers person. Okay, so on the bottom of their deck, they have the Two of Cups. So they definitely feel a soul connection to you. This is a card of partnership, right? Two kind of opposites, right? You have fire energy, they have water energy right now, who come together and, you know, make a more perfect whole. So yeah, they definitely are feeling this chemistry again with you. They also have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new opportunity, a new, you know, a new financial opportunity. I would say a new material opportunity. Something's being presented to them, a realization perhaps, or, you know, something being handed from spirit, right? The things we were talking about before. So maybe your person is about to get some sort of divine intervention in the form of an opportunity being presented to them. I think this is also, you know, spirit kind of giving them the opportunity to evolve, right? But something material is being presented, and it says abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, new venture, prosperity. So I think, you know, they're kind of focusing on their material world too, with that Queen of Cups, or Pentacles. If it's not you that they're thinking about, which it is, but they're focusing again on their material world, but a new opportunity coming their way. And it's so funny because we have the Four of Swords came out in reverse, right? And on this card, it says exhaustion, burnout, deep contemplation, stagnation, restlessness, and stress. And remember, stress came out for your person on the cuts for the oracle cards. This reading is very aligned. I'm kind of about it, but so your person is definitely feeling stressed and burnt out from whatever was happening here. And you know what their third card was? The Hanged Man. Crocodile energy again. Pause, surrender, getting new perspectives, gaining new perspectives on things. So yeah, definitely don't see them reaching out right now. I feel like whatever happened between you certainly caused some sort of big rift. They know they've started to have realizations about their part in it. And they know that they need to confess to you, because ultimately you're the person that they want to commit to. You are their Queen of Pentacles and they want you. But, you know they also need to give you some time to cool off. I mean, yeah, if you're in this fire energy, you're definitely, still agitated, right? And they can probably feel that. So they're trying to wait for the right time to come towards you. They're having all of these realizations and epiphanies with the Hangman energy, with the crocodile energy. And I think, this is wanting to present a new opportunity for this relationship. That's what I think this Ace of Pentacles is saying at the end of the day. But yeah, wow, really interesting. So your person is, stressed, they're burnt out, they're waiting. I think if you're waiting for communication to come in from this person, keep focusing on you and yourself and elevating yourself and stepping into that divine feminine energy, stepping into your new beginnings, because your intuition is on point about this person, this crocodile person, not being completely honest with you about something. And they know that they have to in order to move this connection forward. So they're waiting on the right time to have this new beginning in the relationship, because pentacles are all about, physical relationships too. Cups are emotional stuff and relationships, yes, but pentacles play a part too. So I think they want to also have a new beginning with you. But right now, they're just taking their time to cool off and decompress and gain new perspectives and, continue to, awaken to whatever they're awakening to. And yeah, but they still see you as that Queen of Pentacles. They still feel chemistry with you. They still feel attracted to you, but they have something that they need to come clean about, and you know it, and you know that they do. So before you entertain the thought of giving them a second chance, if they come towards you anytime soon, don't accept anything if it's not the truth. Okay? We're going to pull one final piece of advice for you from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we will leave your reading there. So thank you so much again for being here. And if this resonated with you, if you made it all the way to the end, please, comment, like, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if this resonated or what resonated here with you. And yeah, thank you for being here. So thank you, Spirit. Can we finally get a closing piece of advice for our Libra viewer? Something that I can leave this reading with to help them feel just a little bit lighter and, feel seen and feel better. Thank you, Spirit. One final piece of advice for our Libra viewer. One final piece. Ooh. Imagine is your advice. A never-ending story is on the bottom. So if this is like a cycle that's been happening that you're trying to break out of, I can tell that, or if this is a cycle that's gone on in this connection, I can tell it's definitely draining you of your energy, and you feel like this is something that's come up over and over and over again. There still hasn't been a resolution. Maybe that's what you know that they need to confess to you about. I'm not sure if there's a third-party situation involved, but that could resonate with you. But imagine is your advice, Libra. And this card talks about just like, daydreaming and manifesting and like letting your dreams and your thoughts and stuff, permeate into your reality, right? If you can imagine it, you can achieve it, right? So I feel like, if this is in regards to maybe if you're starting, a light worker journey with that Hierophant card, a spiritual journey, wanting to be a spiritual mentor or guide of something, you know what I mean. I'm going to say lean into that and imagine how good it could be and lean into it. Manifest it. Actively call that energy into your life. So we're going to read the message from the book here. So the essential meanings of imagine here are turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, or imagery. I can read, I promise. Of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, and illusions. So illusions also have to do with your Seven of Cups energy. But the Oracle's message here is, who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in what do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You are gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it, which is what I was just saying, right? This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver messages of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world, as if by magic. I'm going to read the relationship message here too, since this is a love reading. So here it says, in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into the reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. So maybe I think this is saying, like, don't get caught up in, your ideas about this person, your fantasies about this person. You know, sit in the reality of what is right now, because that's going to help you see the truth of things. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating. So step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. So maybe you're trying to manifest a new love too, or somebody who's more in alignment with your energies. But yeah, I'm going to say keep daydreaming, keep, you know, focusing on stepping into your divine feminine energy, into your light worker mentor energy, if that's the path that you're going down, if that is something that resonated with you in this reading. And, you know, the more that you can imagine and manifest and also lean in and take action, the more your life is going to elevate and the more high vibrational people you'll attract back into your life. And if that happens to be this crocodile person when they've taken some time to heal and, you know, they're ready to come forward with this confession, then so be it, because I feel like you do want them to return. You do want to give them a second chance. But focus on your own beginnings right now. Focus on your own Queen of Pentacles energy. And yeah, you're going to continue to grow and elevate. So that's what I have for you. Thank you again, Libra, for being here. I appreciate you so much. And we will see you in the next one. All right. Take care. Bye.